Yo, what's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing good. See, today I'm on this whole here do, different do type of thing. Now, I don't understand why a lot of people hate on people who try to be like confident. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just try to show confidence. Now, I'm trying to get out of my shell. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. And I'm thinking, hair is a great way of expressing that, you know what I mean? You can use your hair to actually show your personality and stuff like that, right? But anyhow, guys, today I want to talk about a great topic. The arrogance of white people. Don't understand where it comes from. Don't understand where it's going. And I certainly don't want to know. But we need to address the situation. So, let's dive deeper into the topic and find out what we can unravel. Holla. Asses. Yo people, let's start with the pros, right? The pros of having white people in a country. Right, we can talk about modernization. We can talk about Western civilization. We talk about means of production. We can talk about GDP. We can talk about indexes and forex funds and everything to do with an economy, right? So they know how to build a Western economy within the African context, right? So there's so many benefits of having a diverse range of people within a country, right? And white people seem to bring it, right? So for me, I really feel that on the pro side of things, they bring a different kind of civilization to the African continent, right? It's like the introduction of money, the introduction of Western clothing, the introduction of civilization, mannerisms, language, and there's a whole lot of other things that they bring with technology as well. And we can learn from them, right? And there's like a transfer of information and skills which we can take forward to our own continent. That's another thing we need to look at. Plus, the way they think is not the same way as we think, and we can all learn from each other. Those are some of the pros that we can get from white people. So, let's talk about the cons in the next video. Holla! Yo, people! So, I've been saying, I want to talk about the arrogance of white people, right? Now listen to this. You leave your country, you leave your continent to come to another person's continent, right? And you take over as if you are in your own place. You run the show, you take the land. You don't even steal the land, you take it by force. So my question is, you do all that, right? Got the land, kill the people, innocent people, they dying because you want what's not yours. Okay, so we know the history of that, right? That's one thing. Second thing, now I'm talking predominantly about South Africa, specifically about South Africa now, right? How do you create a state within a state? I mean, you have a place called Orania that's for whites only. Now I totally understand that they want to preserve their culture. Totally get that, right? Totally get that. But let's be logical here, guys. Let's be logical. How do you, as a black person, or black people that actually own the country, how do you allow such a thing to happen? Where's the arrogance coming from these people? Another thing that really gets to me is how these black people allow this type of thing to happen. You know? How there's no other country on the African continent where a white state will be built within a black country. Do you think white Europe or white America will allow blacks to build a country within their continent? Do you really think so? I don't think so. So guys, let me think what you guys think about what I'm saying. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Because I feel like it's actually creating more racial divide and racial tension with the springing up of these white-only suburbs and cities and towns. And they seem to be sprouting more and more. You know what I mean? Now there's another one called Plainfontaine. So I don't know if that is a good thing or a bad thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Holla! The cons. When I think about a con, I have to think long and hard because basically the only con I can think of is refusal of integration. You know what I mean? Wanting to be on their own, wanting to be separate from everybody else. That's the only con I can think of. Other than that, man, I think we are all good. We are all good. Everything is fine. Everything is normal. So yeah, you know what I mean? That's my con. If you know of any other cons, let me know what you think. I just think refusal of integration, wanting to be separate from everybody else, that I think should be the biggest problem, you know what I mean, that we'd have with them, you know what I mean? I couldn't see any other because everything else seems to be normal because I think it comes from the old school ways of teaching that they carried down to the next generation, next generation. But yeah, I don't think it's such a bad thing, but at the same time, it's not a good thing either. I think we should all integrate as one. That's my thoughts on that. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Holla. So, guys, in conclusion, I would like to say that it seems unreal to most foreigners who come to visit South Africa when they see the amount of disparity, just the huge gap between the rich and the poor, between the whites and the blacks, just to see the divisions that are apparent, that are being allowed, that's growing unabated. It's sad that after 30 years of freedom, the country is not anywhere close near integration as one would think it would be. Instead, the gap seems to be widening in the wealth department, in the race department. And I don't know if we can ever fix that. I don't think so. There should be a willingness from both sides to try and fix the racial divide. But the lack that stems from political spheres, from economic spheres, from social spheres. I mean, 30 years later, guys, I mean, you would you would think that freedom is a precious thing that unites everybody, you know? And when you come to South Africa, man, it's like especially foreigners who come to South Africa, it's like going back into time. It's like because other countries that got independence, you hardly see the white people there. They're not openly visible, you know, and they they seem to integrate more with the societies. But in South Africa, it's like apartheid hasn't gone away. It's like it's still here, and it's sad to see that just disintegration of humanity, of Ubuntu, of oneness, togetherness, just not there, guys. Just not there. Makes you wonder, like, you know, Is there an agenda by one race group over other? Is there hidden secrets that others don't want you to know about? So when you come to really study this thing and look at it from a bird's eye view, you can almost believe that one group seeks to redominate the other. It's like a never-ending cycle, you know. I don't know what we can do to try and reduce the gap of wealth between rich and poor. Are we going to reduce the gap between the races to bring us closer together? I don't know if we can change whatever needs to be changed, if there's even a willingness from the political elite. I don't know. Even in business, everything is just, it's a struggle, guys. It's a struggle. And the sad thing about it is, as Black South Africans, we boast and we brag as if we own the means of production, as if we run the economy, as if we are the richest in the country, as if we are the ones who built this economy, as if we are the ones who own the country. And sadly, it's not. So we cannot blame other countries or other nationalities or other Africans when they come here and they look at us and say, guys, you claim to have a country, but you don't even own the means of production. You don't even own the land. You are like what, 75% or 75% of the population, and yet you own about 8% of the land or 9% of the land? Guys, I don't know what else to say on this matter. But what I can say is that the arrogance of white people to come into Africa, to refuse to speak the African languages, to refuse even to accept and to engage with African culture is beyond words. Because when blacks go to Europe, blacks go to America, they learn the languages. They integrate with the culture. They become one with wherever they go to. But when whites come to Africa, it's just total disrespect. Right? And I'm not talking about all whites, right? I'm talking about the ones that practice the unoneness that they want to preserve for themselves. And that's just a sad case. So, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And on that sad note, I'm out. Holla.